Welcome back to another love reading. Think about the person on your mind. All right. What is the current energy for the person on your mind right now? What is the current energy for the person on our mind? Any more spirit? What is the current energy for the person? I've got a few. What is the current energy? Anything else, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Current energy, we've got 4. Okay. We've got 8 of Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands. We've got 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician in reverse. Okay, so the current energy, let's see. So it looks like your person, the person on your mind, they may be dealing with some illusions and trickery, deceit, poor planning, maybe manipulative. It's possible they're telling themselves stories, or it could be someone else surrounding them doing this, but they are lacking mental clarity with the Magician in reverse. And then the 10 of Pentacles, they're having financial problems and or family problems, a lot of instability. However, they are working on things with the 8 of Pentacles. They are working on being optimistic, and they're trying really hard to be in that King of Wands energy. So they are struggling, but they're not giving up. Okay? They're struggling, but they're not giving up. They're working. What is this person's intentions for the collective, Spirit, please? What is this person's intentions for the collective? In the current energy, what is their intentions for the collective? What is their intentions? Please, Spirit. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, thank you, Spirit. 8 of Swords. They're paralyzed by fear. They're feeling trapped and restricted. They feel like their hands are tied. They feel powerless. They're feeling a lot of pressure, anxiety, and helplessness. You know, which makes sense because they're having a lot of struggles right now. So, I mean, when you're in survival mode, you really need to focus on yourself and getting yourself out of survival mode. So, yeah. They're going through it, but they're working. They're working at it. Let's see. What is a possible outcome with this person and the collective in 2 to 3 months? In 2 to 3 months, what is a possible outcome? 444 on the timer. What is a possible outcome in 2 to 3 months, please, Spirit? We're just going to go through the deck, see what Spirit gives us. Possible outcome for the next 2 to 3 months. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. All right, we've got, okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, and in reverse we have the King of Swords and the World. So for the next 2 to 3 months, possible outcome, well, they do feel possessive of you, but they have a lot of deep-seated past issues. They really hold on to their possessions, guard and protect their resources. That's Capricorn energy. And then you may have had a lot of false starts with this person. There's a lot of stagnation and delays, disappointments. You might even have a lack of closure with this person. And they lack structure. They lack integrity. They might even have been abusive, aggressive, violent, dishonest, because they feel powerless. I mean, it's a king upside down. Okay, so it might be a while before things get going with this current energy. Energies can change. Energies can change from day to day. They can change multiple times in a day. So why don't we ask Spirit in the next 6 to 12 months? Spirit, in the next 6 to 12 months, what is a possible outcome with this person and our energy? The next 6 to 12 months, please, Spirit. The next 6 to 12 months with our person, please, Spirit. All right, we'll just go to the end. What is possible outcome? All right, thank you, Spirit. Okay, we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have the Two of Wands, and that was kind of sideways like that. And then the Tower is upside down. That's in reverse. So in the next 6 to 12 months, it looks like, it doesn't look like they're going to be changing much with the current energy. Still having a fear of change, avoidance, lots of delays, overly critical and pessimistic, lack of empathy, unforgiving, manipulative, bitter, deceitful, unforgiving. That's the Queen of Swords in reverse energy. And the Tower together, and then the Two of Wands that came in on the side. So this is, on the positive side, it's making decisions, having options, planning, having a vision. And then in reverse, it's confusion, lack of vision. So this person gets really confused. Like, they might have like a bunch of different visions, but they don't know which path to take. Like, this person is really struggling a lot in their mind, in the current energy. But you know, I feel like when we're reading the current energy and it's so like negative, that can really affect the future energies because it's reading off of the current energy, you know? So this can change like tomorrow. It can change a week from now. Just right now, they're really just suffering mentally. Hopefully they're purging all of this, they're dealing with it and they're purging it, and hopefully the energy will change soon, you know? Let's get, if your person could tell you something, what would they tell you right now? What would your person tell you right now if they could tell you something? Does our person have a message for us, please, Spirit? Does our person have a message for us? Does our person have a message? I will wait for a sign from you. And on the bottom, I am afraid to contact you. I mean, you have a lot of fear. You and I were too young. Now, this doesn't have to mean like your chronological age. It could be maturity. Like when you met each other, you both could have been really immature or not, in like the queen and king energy type of mature. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I want you. I left before you could leave me. So, I mean, with all these like mental things going on and the avoidance and manipulation, I mean, this person might even have like avoidant personality or avoidant attachment. 1111 on the timer. I mean, they might even have closer to the pathological side of personality. I mean, they're really going through it. We will be together again. So, you know, I wonder if you are happy without me. They're really going through it, you know. So, I mean, I guess the most positive thing about this reading is that they're not giving up. They're still working on their stuff. And in the current energies, just as a whole, this is the time of like stuff coming up and dealing with it and purging it. So it looks like they are doing that. So that's a good thing. It's a positive thing. Okay? So just because the energy looks really not so good today, it can change. It can change. All right, so let's take a look at the Shaman's Dream Oracle. What is hidden that needs to be revealed? This could be for you or for them. What is hidden that needs to be revealed? What is hidden that needs to be revealed? Please, Spirit. Vanishing Mirror. Ego sublimation. Okay. Page 58. I mean, sorry, number 58. Page 116. So, what is hidden that needs to be revealed? I mean, that's funny. It's a mirror. Okay. Letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility. This kind of sounds like it might be for your person, but you know, you decide who this belongs to. Do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life into zones of safe versus unsafe? This here is okay, but over there, well, that might be too risky. Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. We are all products of our conditioning, so remember that this is part of the human experience, yet you are not meant to remain static. Seeking only what you expect, even if it appears ambitious, is still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. When you focus too much on yourself, this way, you become a servant of the ego. It edges God out, removing the magic of possibility. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you can let your self-definition soften, moving beyond the veil to your potential, a magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. Look again. Who could you be? What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of who you think you are and allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation, in service to the divine. Doesn't it feel good? My God, that's so on point to like just the video I was watching today. Because we need the ego, but we don't need the patterns and all that junk we learned as kids. That's the stuff we need to let go. Especially next week, December 18th through 22nd. It's like a huge week, huge opportunity for us. So it's really important to get rid of all that ego stuff. All right, let's look at the Animal Spirit Oracle. What is in motion right now for us? What is in motion right now for us or our person? The energies can always be reversed, so you get to discern what feels right for you. What is in motion now? All right. The Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. And what do I do now to remain on this path, or course correct to remain in alignment with your highest good? Let's see. Okay. Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. Yes. Yes. We need to vanish. Get all that ego stuff out of the way. And dream the world into being. Like, and just do it every day. Because it's not going to happen like overnight. For most of us. So every day, like, get a pen and paper. Write down, like, what does your dream life look like? What does a dream you look like? What is your ideal self? What does he or she look like? What is your dream relationship? What does that look like? When you wake up in the morning, do you smell anything? Like, do you smell pine trees? Or just really dig into your senses and really feel what it feels like to be in that dream life. Dream it into being. Let's take a look at the Angels and Auras Oracle. For some reason, it's hard for me to say that word when I do videos. All right. What do you most need in your life right now? Evolution. Beautiful card. Empowerment, transformations, to be protected, and preparedness. And next week is a huge week for evolution, like biologically, literally. I just did a video on that. Yeah. What is standing in your way? What is standing in your way? Self-employment, commitment, resourceful, confident, rewarding. So possibly being too tentative, having a limited mindset, timidness, or drudgery. Drudgery, what does drudgery mean? I'm gonna have to look that up. And what action can you take to move forward? What action can you take to move forward? Ooh, Jophiel. Pink aura, compassion, self-care, simplification, and beauty. That is so beautiful. So when this ego stuff comes up, have compassion for it. Have compassion for yourself, for what you went through, what you're going through. Acknowledge it, get the lesson out of it, and then give it to the angels. I mean, you can even do imagery, like imagine you're digging up dust or smoke and then you blow it away. Imagery can be very powerful. And let's take a look at the White Oracle deck. What does the Divine White Light want you to understand so you can release what does not serve your soul's fulfillment? All right. Ooh, the Seraph, 963. So you may want to start listening to that pure tone, 963, and do some meditation. That might be beneficial for you, especially the 963, I believe, might have to do with the pineal gland. I'd have to look that up, but I think that might be true. Number 21, 125. Okay. So practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous magic. Beautiful. And what does the fulfillment of your sacred surrender look like? What does that look like? Oh, we got this yesterday, the 7 blessings of Eve. Wow. Number 7. Page 69. The 7 blessings of Eve. So what does the fulfillment of your sacred surrender look like? A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. I love that. So put on those pure tone frequencies and really have compassion for yourself. And that ego stuff comes up. This might be for you and your person. So make a commitment to yourself. Like, do this every day. If you can do it more, do it more. Even if it's just like 5 minutes a day, or 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. Just take that time to really like tune into yourself, meditate, get in touch with your heart, and ask, okay, is there anything I need to release? Let yourself feel it and let it go. Let it flow. Because this is a time of evolution. Dream it into being. Slow and steady wins the race. So keep doing it every day. Make that commitment to yourself. And slowly but surely, that ego, all that ego junk, oh, get rid of it. Get rid of it. We'll all be one. And aligned with our minds, our hearts, our wombs. Yeah, so our person, you know, they're going through it, but that energy can change. So we'll see how that energy looks tomorrow. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.